Hare Krishna dear devotees. In this video I will tell you my daily routine with my 1.5-year-old, and I don't have any nanny. As you know, my baby is still nurses, and at night he wakes up 2-3 times to drink milk. That's why my nights are like in parts. I get deep sleep in parts. So I wake up at around 6 o'clock, and I try very hard not to wake my baby yet, because he won't allow me to take bath and get ready for cooking, and sometimes he doesn't allow me even to cook. So I get up at 6 o'clock, and then I go and take bath, and I start cooking at 7 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes 10-20 minutes it gets late. If my baby that time gets up, his father takes care of him until I finish cooking, until 9-9:30 in the morning. And we reduced my cooking to one time in a day, and dal, rice, roti, and different sabji every day. Other than that, everything is same, so that I have enough time. Before that, I used to look at the recipes, and I used to be a little creative, and sometimes North Indian, sometimes South Indian foods. But right now we are just dal, rice, roti, and different sabji. Every time different dal, different sabji, we change. Meantime, my son will be already woken up. Then we go out with him together. We have flowers, flower garden. We pick some flowers, we wash the flowers, and then we will have a small mini Mangal Arati. We'll wake up the Lord, and we'll offer the flowers. During those times I'm singing Samsara, the Vishwanath Thakur's prayers. Samsara Dava Nadari Daloka Tanaya Karunya Kana Kanatva. So when I'm singing that, he already knows, oh, now it's a time to wake up the Lord. So he's that samskara he has. He immediately runs to the temple. We clean up the flowers, we put the lights on, we take his deities, change water, drinking water. Then we wake up the Lord. Then I put boga in the plates of the deities, and we start offering. So when I'm offering, my son also comes and puts the kusha grass on the ground and takes his own bell and stands and offers with me. He repeats whatever I do. Then he has if he is so hungry, he tries, after offering, he tries immediately to take out to grab the food, but to take out his attention from that, I take out the karatal and I start jumping and dancing. Come, Yadupati, we'll do kirtan. And then for like 5-7 minutes, we'll be chanting Hare Krishna and jumping. So when he gets attached to that part of Mangalarti, he won't allow me to stop it. So it goes on for 10-15 minutes. Then after that, we take out the prasadam, and I immediately put him on his table, on his chair, high chair, so that he can start eating, because he's very hungry. After that, I prepare the plate for ourselves, for my husband, for myself, and for Yadupati. Actually, these days, because Yadupati became so picky, I prepare one plate for myself, and I put that on his high chair, and he is from one side, I am from the other side. So I eat from that plate, he also eats along with me. Seeing me eating nicely, he also eats. And seeing me mixing dal with rice, he also mixes and tries to eat. So like this, after eating prasadam, we will go out, and we have yard, or we go outside the gate in front of the house. We have two options, so either yard or outside the gate. First we go to the yard and play sometimes. Meantime, I'll be chanting my rounds. I'll have my counter in my hand. We go out, play sometime ball with him. Sometimes he plays on himself something. Then I put him in the swing. He swings sometime, all the time I keep on chanting my rounds. Whenever he talks to me, I reply. Then when he gets bored on this side of the house, I take him out to the before the house. So we are living in the corner street, so there's a big road, so he gets fun of looking at the cars, how they're running, different cars. And then also he has his own walker. He drives that sometimes. And outside in the gate we have so many stones, so we sit and play putting the stones on top of each other and building use it as a blocks. So after that, during noontime, during like after 12, 1 o'clock, he gets a little tired, so we come inside the home. Then we go to the bed, and in the bed I tell him, bring your books, and we start reading his books. So he has nice books. Actually, we don't have so many of his books. We got one nice book from one American devotee, Mataji Nandar, and I think she wrote 5 Krishna-conscious tiny books, hard books for this kind of babies, small babies. So he loves those books. We read those books, and I read them not like the words written in the book. I don't never read them, but I read it in such a way that he gets wow, like emotional reading. For example, there is one photo of Pujari holding the conch. So if you just tell Pujaris holding a conch and blowing the conch, and no emotions, no showcasing to the kid what happened, just by words, simple blank words, he won't be inspired. So what I do is, Pujari came and took the conch, and then he blew the conch. So if I do it in that way, then he feels like reading that book again. So after that, after reading for 5-10 minutes, he feels like little bit starts yawning and feels sleepy. Then we go, he nurses and then falls asleep. I put fan sound, and then we make a very quiet place for him, so he sleeps. Right now actually it's the time when he sleeps. During that time, I also sometimes, if I'm very tired, while making him sleep, I also fall asleep, and suddenly I woke up, he's already sleeping. So it will be like I took a nap for like 15 minutes, so I feel nice. So I get up immediately, I put the alarm for him. Not alarm, it's the app which notes down how many hours he slept. So in that time, it's the time when I can spend for my hobbies, and I can do something. Because my friends, when I became a mom, I don't have any time for myself, and all the nights, all the days, it's so much busy with my kid that I don't get any nourishment for myself. That's why when he's sleeping, I try to use it for my own interests. So during that time, either twice a week I do exercise, so he sleeps like 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and maximum 2 hours. So during that times, either I do exercise because he doesn't allow me to do exercise when he's awake, or I spend it on making videos or writing something or doing something other related to my hobbies. I don't do the house chores at all, because if I do that, then that's it, my day is gone. That's why when he's sleeping, I do that, the works which I like to do for myself. Now after he wakes up, again we a little bit go out, and then he wakes up around 2 o'clock, 2:30. Then again we go out sometime, play sometime. It's a little hot, that's why we go in the front of the house where a lot of shade is there. Again, we sometimes go in the cycle. I drive the cycle and take him around. And around 3 o'clock, 3:30, we come back home, and then again I prepare the plate. We sit all together. I put my plate in front of him, and we start eating our second meal of the day. Yeah, my husband and I eat 2 times main meals, and other times maybe fruits in between. We give him as much as he asks for, but his main meals, when he sits and eats, it's with us twice a day. So after eating, we again, now it became a little bit cooler outside. Sun is a little bit not so much high in intensity, so we go out again to the yard. I take my chanting bag, continue chanting, and he continues playing, and at around 6-7 o'clock my husband gets free from his job and he also goes for a walk. That time he takes Yadavati in the stroller for a walk for half an hour. During that time also I get some free time so that I can either chat with my family or do my hobbies, do something for myself. So or edit the videos or answer your questions. That's the only time I get. So, and then we play like this until around he comes back from walk, and then again Yadapati is in my care. We play sometimes indoors we play. When he gets bored again we go out and play. And if we are very hungry, I boil milk, I put turmeric and ginger so that it doesn't increase caffeine in us. And then we drink milk, and then nighttime comes, I start singing Kiba Jayo Jayo Gora Chande Arati Kasho. Immediately he runs to the temple. He understands that it's a time for putting the deities to sleep. So we do achaman and we offer prayers a little bit. I speak to the Lord, I offer prayers to the Lord, and He is watching it. And meanwhile, I continue singing, and then we put the Lord to sleep. We turn off the lights. We pay obeisances. We tell Him also to pay obeisances. Sometimes He does, sometimes He doesn't. Then after that, all the lights are off. We go to our bedroom, and again He brings His books to the bed. We read sometime. This time we may read a lot of time, like it may go up to 40 minutes or like 40 minutes, yeah. Then we start going for sleep. Again he nurses and tries to sleep. If he is not feeling like sleeping, then I just imitate as if I'm sleeping. So he plays around the room, he plays with his books, he plays and goes, and then when he feels sleepy, he comes and sleeps himself, and he nurses himself. So around 9:30 or 10 o'clock, he will be falling asleep. That time, once he is in deep sleep, I get up and then I wash my teeth, I change my dress, I clean up my face, and I put the things which is remaining outside the prasadam, I put in the fridge, and then we go for sleep. So this is my schedule, daily routine with my 1.5-year-old baby son. And if you have questions, please let me know. And regarding my house chores, when do I clean the house? Yeah, one of the things I do is, since we don't give him a screen time, while doing house chores, I engage him as well. So I tell him, put your clothes in the washing basket. So he takes his clothes, puts in the washing basket. So he likes to do things when I tell, and then when I appreciate, he feels very happy. So he does it. So sometimes I tell him, bring the garbage can, which is so light, he brings. So when I'm doing house chores, he also is around me. Either he is playing his own motorbikes and cycle, or he is helping me. So this is the daily routine. Hare Krishna.